So you're looking for a new way to make money. Maybe something you could do from your bedroom or from the other side of the world. Something that's simple enough to start but scalable into the hundreds of thousands or maybe even millions of dollars. Well, we did just that, and we're going to tell you precisely how we managed it. So forget about all that other surface level content you've seen in the past. This is exactly what we did, and with this new knowledge and some hard work, you could probably do it too. Okay, so now you're probably wondering how we managed this. Simply put, it was through affiliate marketing, but there's more to it than that. What we did was build a website that had some useful content on it. Content that people would search for on Google. This would then create a flow of visitors to our website who all had an intent to buy something. We would then answer their questions, fix their problems, and within the text on the posts, we had affiliate links to companies that we partnered with. Now here's some proof of some affiliate accounts. And we ultimately sold this website after less than 2 years for this much. Creating a successful content site such as this, and then successfully monetizing it, it is a genuine way to get rich quick, but it's not easy. We worked very hard for the first 3 to 5 months using knowledge and experience we had already gained, and ultimately we probably got a bit lucky too. But then after that, we only really worked for a few hours a week for the rest of the time we actually owned the website. So today I'm going to cover the 3 main areas that we had to get good at to create a successful affiliate site. So number 1, research. Research. I cannot stress this enough, as this is so important and it is where we spent most of our time early on. Number 2, creating content. Once we had our plan from the research, we then put our heads down and focused on some actual content. And lastly, number 3, monetization. Most of the hard work was actually done for us by this point, as our research was so thorough and defined. But there are lots of tips and advice I have here for you, from choosing a good affiliate program to actually selling the asset that you have created, which I'll cover near the end. So step 1, research. Let's go more into this. So the first thing we did was actually establish a niche that would be profitable. Forget the idea about simply writing what you love. And no, if you want to make money as an affiliate marketer, then you have to make sure that what you're writing about can actually make you money. And that's what this section is here for. So we started by brainstorming ideas. Nothing special here, just some general common sense. Googling for hobbies and ideas that has a loyal following of people that are actually willing to spend money. We also browsed through the product categories on sites like Amazon to help with the ideas. Then, with a specific niche in mind, one that seemed like it would be a good fit, we then started some proper research into this niche to make sure it would work. At this point, we didn't know everything about the niche that we chose. We don't think it's actually necessary to know anything about the niche that you choose, just so long as you're willing to put in the hard work. So within the first 20 to 30 posts, if done correctly, you'll quickly become an expert in your niche, like we did with ours. To confirm that this niche was actually worth our time, we used a tool called SEMrush. We have an affiliate link, how appropriate, to a free trial, link in the description. In addition to SEMrush, we used a few smaller pieces of software to complement it. So I'm going to use laptops purely as an example here, as we're not going to share any other niches from our actual sites. So I would search into SEMrush something like best laptop for kids, or best laptops for under $200, or MacBook Pro 2021 15-inch review. Anything that someone wants to buy something would search for. I would also find a website in my niche and use SEMrush to find keywords that they are ranking for. Then using the advanced tools to filter out the results I didn't want and leave me with the keywords I could use to build profitable pages. For example, the keywords would have to have a keyword difficulty of less than 40%, maybe a bit higher, and ideally a monthly search volume of over 1,000. This means there are a decent number of people searching for this, whilst the competition in theory is quite low. So we got the free trial of SEMrush and did as much research as we could during the free trial. By the end of it, we knew exactly what we had to write for the first 20 or so posts, all based on these keywords that we found. If you haven't used SEMrush at all before, or done anything like this, it might be worth using it for a month or two just to get familiar with how it works and what it can do. There is a bit more to the process though. Once we had a long list of potential keywords, we then needed to find out what the competition is actually like, rather than relying solely on the SEMrush keyword difficulty metric. We have found this to be a pretty good indicator, but it never hurts to get a second look from something else. And for this, we use the mods toolbar. This gives the website's domain authority, the DA, and that is a numerical value that predicts how well a website will rank on Google. We use this to see if other strong websites are ranking for the keywords that we found. I tend to find that if the keyword has results on Google when multiple sites DA is less than 30, then the keyword is worth pursuing as one of the first 20 to 30 posts that we complete. The lower the DA of the websites that are already ranking for the keyword, the weaker the competition and the better for us. The overall goal here is to rank highly as quickly as possible for the first 20 to 30 posts and build from there. Finding the keywords to do this is a balancing act between a keyword with high volume, so you know enough people are searching for it to make it worth your time, and low competition, so you have a chance of ranking on the first page of Google. If you're thinking of starting your first site, I wouldn't be as strict as this, honestly, as we strongly believe that the process of just starting your first website and learning what it takes to build and rank, even in a very competitive niche, can be far more viable than any monetary returns that you might make. So quick summary, as that was a lot to take in, and this is the most important part of the process. We aim for at least 20 to 30 keywords that are highly buyer-focused lists or reviews for items over $100. Ideally way more that meet the basic SEMrush criteria that we mentioned. They also need to have as many websites as possible on the first page of Google that have a DA of less than 30 and as few large informational websites as possible, for example the Wirecutter or newspaper websites. If the results are mostly low DA sites with poor quality posts, then that's good and we'll go with it. This is exactly what we saw for our first 20 to 30 posts for our site. So now on to step 2, creating content. So once we have found the niche and had a plan for the website content, we needed the website itself. We build all our websites using WordPress. WordPress allows for quick, simple websites to be built that can be easily customizable to your exact liking. There are other website builders out there, and a lot of people are moving to places like Wix because they are so simple and easy. Anything like this will work, but we like to have as much control as possible. There are a few things to consider here, but it's not as confusing as you're probably thinking. First things first, a domain name. You need a domain name for your website. The domain we used was brand new, bought for Namecheap. It was a brandable domain that doesn't include any keywords, but it is relatable to the niche that we chose. For example, back to the laptops, it wasn't something like bestlaptopreviews.org, but instead a word that could be turned into a brand. I wouldn't stress too much over this. Just pick something decent and go with it. Next, you're going to need hosting. There are so many good hosting companies out there and so many good variations of hosting that you can't go too wrong. To keep it simple, we used a shared hosting plan from SiteGround and WP Engine. Affiliate links in the description, and we would recommend either of those for anyone starting. They both have fantastic customer service and a few great introductory offers. Now, a VPS, which is your very own private server, is a nice alternative if things start to pick up and you want a faster site, but at the beginning, you probably don't need it. So now, a WordPress theme. The theme is what you're going to use to style your site. We use Genesis themes as they are lightweight, super customizable, and can be used on multiple sites. As we had a little bit of web development experience already, we managed to customize the theme to our exact liking, but that is absolutely not needed. And content. Content is the big one. This is where most of our effort actually went. We made sure that our first 20 to 30 posts were long, very informative, and written in perfect English. We tried to get them live on our site as fast as we could. Unfortunately for this site, it didn't happen as smoothly as we would have hoped. It took us around 3 to 5 months to actually hit that 30 post milestone. But after that, the site took off and continually grew as we kept producing more content. With content, we believe that a great rule of thumb is that you have to provide substantial value. We like to think of our site as a roundup of all the information on the web for our chosen keywords. So when someone comes to one of our pages, They might not know it, but they won't need to go anywhere else to get all the information that they need. This might mean though that we're writing thousands of words per post. We always like to put ourselves in the user's shoes and think of all the things that they might need when reading our content. Our favourite type of posts are lists of the best something. For example, best laptops for under $300. Anything like that. SEO. This is the driving force of all the traffic to the site. It's incredibly powerful, and if you aim to dominate a tiny niche first, it's easy to get a lot of traction with only building your content around appropriate keywords. We built our site to be very SEO friendly. There were links to as many pages as possible. All the content, images and so on all had keywords included, and we made sure to stay in Google's good side. This is an entire video series in itself, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. Building upon the content and the SEO we had already done, most of the time the keywords and the on-page SEO will take care of most of this for us. A well-optimized site will naturally start to rank highly on Google, and the users will come by themselves. But sometimes a bit of hands-on promotion and building some backlinks, links to our site from other websites, can be crucial. Building backlinks is still considered to be one of the best ways to increase your rankings on Google. So one simple method that we have used that has been quite successful is that we email companies that we have mentioned, unless they are huge, that we mention on our website. We tell them that we have discussed their product on our site and that they can use this post in whatever they like. And this has created some great relationships and even better opportunities. So for example, through one of these relationships, we was offered a product review that was being sold for close to $1,000. We've also gained multiple backlinks from this process, all just from that first email. One of the greatest successes from creating these relationships came from a product giveaway we held quite early on. We asked two companies who we had previously spoken to using that method I just mentioned if they wanted to sponsor a giveaway, and they both agreed. We ultimately ended up choosing to work with the first one that got back to us, and we said we'd work with the other one in the near future. So now we had a giveaway prize provided to us for free, directly from the company. We then found a website that hosts giveaways and posts the giveaways, including a bio about our websites with some backlinks to a network of bloggers who all posted the same bio on their websites. Ultimately, this resulted in a giveaway that was entered in over 100,000 times. The benefits were huge for everyone. We greatly managed to improve our relationship with the owner of the company who provided the product. The owner got exposure and backlinks provided to them, all for one product. We did pay just shy of $200 for a service offered by an inventive blogger who had skillfully leveraged their position to create another source of income from basically nothing. And we got followers, backlinks, and more without having to go through the arduous process of email outreach and other mind-numbing backlinking tasks. And someone got one of the best products in this niche for free. Everybody won. So when you're dealing with computers all day, I don't think you can underestimate the importance of the human touch. Number 3. Monetization. This is something to think of early on, and to add to your strategy and post early on if you can. The main source of revenue for us was from affiliate links, but we also did have sponsored posts, ad revenue, and we've even dabbled in our own products. One of the best affiliate programs is Amazon's. They don't pay as much as they used to, but there are still some opportunities to be had. You simply have to sign up to their program, make sure you abide by the rules, and start adding links to the products that appear on their site. Other affiliate programs that are specific to our niche provided a really nice diversity to our income, and we even had a few fairly high ticket products that would every now and then add a few $100s to our earnings, all in one go. This all came from researching our niche early on, building out posts that were not only aimed at good keywords, but aimed at high priced products that we could promote. We worked on this site on and off for roughly 5 to 6 hours a day for the first 3 to 5 months. Then after that, we put in about 5 hours of work a week for the next 9 months. This work included replying to emails, creating new content, and reaching out to new people who we could work with. At this point, it was averaging about $3,500 a month. But after about the first year, our priorities shifted, and we could spend less and less time each month working on the site, which did lead to a slight decline in revenue. So we eventually concluded that instead of letting the site ultimately die, we could sell it and use the money generated from that for our next project. We could still use its strong revenue numbers, high quality posts, and no shady practices to be able to sell it for a very respectable sum. We chose to sell the site through a company called Empire Flippers, who are an online business brokerage. After around 3 months of promotion on their site and negotiations with potential buyers, it was eventually sold for just over $93,000. When all the monthly earnings are taken into account, the total we made from this site was about $150,000. Not bad for what amounts to be an extended side project. And this is one of the best things about building a website as a platform for affiliate marketing. Every additional dollar you earn per month can add anywhere from 25 to 45 times that to the value of the site itself. So you're not only building a monthly revenue stream, but an asset that you can actually sell. This video actually originated as a Medium post that we will link to in the description. It did receive a lot of very good feedback, and we had people reaching out to us, and they're still doing so today. So we decided to team up once again to make this channel where we hope to make a community of entrepreneurs and online business owners that can help each other out. If you want to know more, ask away in the comments and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So please like and subscribe if you want to have more content. Everything helps. Thank you.